Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question that nobody has been able to answer yet. Who gave this woman a freaking degree? Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many segments in this interview that Shannon Sharpe did with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, and I'm going to try to react to every last one of them. There are like 4 or 5 of them that I have listened to personally. Now, I'm going to take all these clips from the Club Shay Shay X page, all right? This one starts off Cheyenne Bryant. Well, I'm sorry, my series of reactions, I would say, starts off with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant big upping older women for dating younger men.
Enemy spotted.
Now, of course, in the conversation of age gap relationships, when the shoe is on the other foot and men are dating younger women, of course, we have power dynamics, manipulation, money, status, all those kind of things where it's predatory.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
But Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is going to frame older women dating younger men as, well, we're better in the competition than the younger women are. And also, she's going to say that younger men are more mature than older men.
You're a liar.
He a liar.
A big one at that.
Yeah. I mean, it gets no better than this. But again, this is one of several things that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant talks about that I found quite ridiculous, and you might too. But let's get into the reaction. Of course, before we do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. The way you'll be notified whenever I go live or drop a new video. Also, if you want to donate to the channel financially, please join the channel subscription. Go to my locals or hit the Cash App, Mr. Normie, okay? Because as a lot of y'all seem to think,
You about to sit up here and tell me it ain't about the money? It's always about the money.
let's get into the video.
Men in that 35-ish range, even a little younger than 30, they are a lot more mature than a lot of these men who are 45 and up.
Yeah.
They're not stuck in their ways.
Yeah,
they are very flexible. They open doors.
Let's go here. So here we go with the chivalry, and they're not stuck in their ways. And of course not, because they're younger. They haven't experienced life. They haven't experienced older women like you trying to manipulate them
Enemy spotted.
into thinking that they're somehow better on the market than their younger counterparts. All right, now, don't get me wrong, you're a fun time. You know a lot in a lot of different ways, and I'm sorry to say it, but sexually is one of them, okay? Most notably that. But to say that somehow you're better, well, first of all, that somehow a younger man is more mature, somehow he's better than an older man that's got more money and seasoned and know what he wants and can be upfront and direct than maybe lying to you and trying to play you, be Big Willie like a younger man. But it gets better.
Doors, they know how to date. They are actually hunters like men used to be.
Yeah.
They're calling, they're texting, they're love bugs, they want to get married. They're all
They ain't like the old school. We the old guard. We the hunters.
Yeah, and let me say this, not only women, but men in their 30s are the new generation that don't have baby mamas. You'll be surprised at how not thirsty for sex and women these younger men are. Meaning like they are literally saying, if we can't date or if we can't have some type of out of the bed romance, I'm turned off.
Right.
There's so many young men here are like, women are just throwing the pussy at me. Versus back in the day, it was men were chasing the cat.
Yes.
And that's a turn on for me. And you have the older men who are just.
Okay, all right. So now the younger men, they don't want for JJ like the older men do. Well, you also, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, you have also, how would I put this? You have conditioned these men into, the whole therapy thing and all that, and the whole self-love and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, now you've pretty much neutered them to where, okay, well, I don't want no sex now. Now I want a connection. I want love and all these kind of things. Well, you've weakened them. So now, yeah, maybe they don't want that. Huh? Does that make them better? Or does that make them weaker? Because they're still men either way at the end of the day. But the type of man you're going to get and the type of man that you're going to have down the road now is the question. What kind of man are you going to have moving forward? All right, you're going to have a soft-hearted guy that, you know, is always in his feelings, want to cry the guy that eventually you're going to despise, huh? Because the older guy, maybe he wanted these kind of things. He wanted sex and those kind of things, but he also did provide for you. He was also protecting you and all those things. So it wasn't just like he wanted that and nothing. He still wanted a family, but yeah, he wanted that first. And the whole baby mama thing, I mean, yeah, there's a group of guys that don't have children, not married, because they're trying to get on their purpose. So they've evolved into saying, you know what, let me put that out, which is a good thing. But your frame is like, well, they changed or something. And they changed in a good way, but you're trying to make it seem like, okay, well, they're better than the older guys because they got kids. I mean, again, you're trying to devalue the older guys and try to value the younger guys. It's nah, man, nah. We ain't going for it. But let's continue.
Kind of like, look, kind of like you're saying, I'm
you see is what
working,
you
I'm
get.
doing me,
Yeah.
what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I definitely want the intimacy as far as sex with you, but I'm not sure if I can commit. I'm not sure if my old ways will allow me to maneuver or to transform into what's needed for a relationship. And you're finding, studies have shown, the older woman and younger guy is having the higher success rate when it comes to a healthy marriage and happiness.
I beg your pardon?
The older woman and younger man. They're finding that success rate has actually outdid the older man and younger woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Well, I mean, again, your manipulation of that man is complete. You've okay.
Nick, you're
so now
stupid.
their success rate is higher, right? Okay, so now you fully manipulate these younger guys into thinking that, you know, I can be okay with, you know, you being older, so I can't have children. You're okay with, you know, you're probably making more money than me, so you get to control me. He's okay with, you know, going to therapy and doing all this, you know, soft, you know, all this piecing down stuff that you've conditioned these men to be. And these older men you're talking about, well, you and the people in your age group, doctor, you have ruined these men. So now they don't want to get married no more. They don't want to have any more kids. They don't want to be in a relationship no more. And whose fault is that? That's not the younger women's fault. That's the women in your age group fault, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. That's your fault.
Nick, you're stupid.
Oh, man.
And think about it, Shannon, though, us older women, we actually keep ourselves up a lot better than the generation of older women did
Yeah, for sure.
prior to
For
us,
sure,
right?
yeah,
And so
yeah.
we are working out. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, there's other augmentations that can be done. I'm
Yeah.
not knocking nobody that women are willing to do. The self-care is there.
Yeah.
Women are taking care of their skin. I mean, it's a whole nother world for women right now
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of how they keep themselves up. And so there is no competition for us when it comes to young women because we really are those women, like that 35 to 45. And I've even seen women at 55 where I'm like,
Yeah.
Sis.
I seen them.
what are you doing? And
What?
Tracy Ellis is one of them.
Oh, man.
Most of the women who are gorgeous and still doing their thing and have that glow, they ain't been married and they don't have no kids. I'm just saying. I'm
Let's start there. Okay, so the older women that these young men are I guess that these older women are getting these younger men, these older women, they don't have children, don't have kids. Well, again, just like you condition these younger men to want all the stuff that you want them to have, right? The whole, this, a real man does this kind of stuff. You have also been the career woman. So a lot of you women don't have children, like Tracy Ellis Ross, for example. She has chosen to be single. She's chased her career. All the guys that she tried to date, they were never good enough. All right. And so now she's in her mid-50s, no children, never been married. It's like Oprah and all the rest of these women out here, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, no children, never been married. And so we're supposed to big up you. So now I'm supposed to pick you with that don't have any children, never been married, but you've probably, but don't get me wrong, that JJ ain't never been, that JJ been married and it had some kids, right? It didn't have plenty.
Ain't no fucking way.
That JJ got some miles on, even though you might have a ring, but I mean, you understand what I'm saying? And this whole, well, we look better, we've been taking care of ourselves. I mean, of course, with the miracles of modern science, with all these physical augmentations and stuff, you spend LeBron James numbers on your body and all this kind of stuff. Of course, you're gonna look good. I mean, and which is great. You can extend your marketplace value. And I hate using these terms, but you can extend your marketplace value a few more years because you're taking care of yourself. And don't get me wrong, everybody should be wanting to take care of yourself, right? And especially, Black don't crack and all that kind of stuff, which is great. However, that does not give you more value because you look good. What can you still do? You still cannot have children. You're still never been married. And by the way, you are also stuck in your ways, which is another conversation for another video we're going to talk about in another reaction. Because she's talking about,
Nick, you're
men don't want to be
stupid.
stuck in their ways. But in the same breath, a few minutes before, she was talking about, well, you can't change a man and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, let's continue.
Just saying,
Yeah.
we out here glowing.
It's, yeah,
and
yeah, it's a lot of y'all like
happy,
that.
not stressed out.
Yeah.
Very sexual, very happy, very loving, very.
I mean, you're like 45. I mean, of course, since the studies show, the older you get, right before you hit menopause and all that kind of stuff, your libido's through the roof. You're probably the most horny you probably ever been in your whole life, and that's when you was younger. So, I mean, stop it with that. We're happy and all that kind of. You're happy because what else do you have to do? All you have is your career. You're not married. You probably have any boyfriends. You got a whole bunch of F buddies, but you never been married. Don't have any boyfriend. You don't have any children. So all you have is your career and your vagina. I mean, and your money, I guess, if you're successful. But what else do you have besides that? Just like you're going to tell a man, well, what do you bring to the table? What else do you have besides that? Those kind of things. Can you cook? Are you, y'all get the point, right? Let's continue.
rich, very well taken care of. Dating, no, having our way. Very happy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that there's not happy marriages, because there
Yeah,
are.
for sure.
But when you choose from that place,
Yeah.
you calibrate like-minded, like vibrational energy. You're less likely to get somebody
we go.
who is
Energy.
not happy, who's not healthy. You repel a man who's out there womanizing and doing certain things because
No,
that
you
man
don't.
also knows he can't sustain that quality of woman.
Do you think men are lonely?
And here's another thing. Why do older women think that they can't be played because they're older and they're wiser somehow? You know how many older women are played out here? I mean, come on.
Nick,
what
you're
are we
stupid.
talking about? What are we talking about here? You can't. Look, okay, you're actually more vulnerable when you're older, okay? You know why? Because you think you've heard everything. You think you heard everything. You think you've been through all the situations. You think you've seen it all. And no man gonna get past, the watchful eye of so-and-so, right? Like you're this great detective like Batman. I'm here to tell you that's far from the truth. Because there's something you still want out there. There's something you're still longing for. And there's always a crack, all right? Somewhere along the line, no, there's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. But the thing about them older and wiser, even men, it comes to me. I can get played. I'm 45. You think I'm not susceptible to getting fooled by someone? Of course I am. Nobody's seen everything, all right? And there's always a different way to spin the same situation you've been through. So for anybody, man or woman, do you think that just because you're older means that you're somehow have better armor than the younger person? No, that's not true. Now, you can look out for more stuff. That's true. You can catch stuff before it happens a lot of times if you're paying attention. However, you could still become susceptible to, somebody getting through the window, getting through the back door, and I'm using that figuratively, right? And then when it happens, yeah.
I think men and women are lonely. I think both are. I think that, again, we are in an over-sexualized culture right now. And sex satisfies the flesh, like it's been doing you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't satisfy the heart.
Wow. Throw my
Our
bus.
satisfaction comes from the heart. The heart already knows what you want. Half of us just are too afraid to let it have that because we don't know how to navigate it at the mind, intellectual space. But the heart is saying, but that right there is going to make me fully complete, fully satisfied.
Wow.
So yeah, I think people are just lonely. I think because folks are operating from this transactional space and everything is transactional, either sex or, a bag or prostitution or not. And there's no relational things happening. And I think relational experiences is what really makes the heart full.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama,
course.
said America's not ready for a woman president just yet. So get out my face.
Yeah, I heard it.
Do you think America's ready for a woman's president?
I don't think it matters what America's ready for. America thought they were ready for Trump. And obviously, we were very unprepared and ready for this.
Okay, I don't know how far they're going to go with this, but what I'm going to tell you is, and the whole woman thing, which I think that's actually kind of true that we're not ready, but it's more than that, okay? But if you want to just put it black and white, but that's another conversation. Anyway, as you see here, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is big up in the older women and the younger men dynamic. Do I think it works majority of the time? Yes, because the older woman has a degree of influence over the younger guy and power too, depending on, if she makes more money, what she does for work and all those kind of things, how domineering she is and things like that, because there's some nuances to it. But overall, it works because she has the power in the relationship, either emotionally, mentally, financially, some kind of way. She has the power in the relationship. That's how it works so well. Okay? It makes him almost fearful to get out. That's how it works. Okay? But she's making it seem like, okay, because we look good, because we don't have any children, because we never been married, because we know what we want, and the younger guy's more mature, and blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. But if you believe it out there, good for you. And with that being said, thank you for taking another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about Cheyenne Bryant's take on age gap relationships with older women and younger men. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. We will be back soon with another reaction because she said some more BS that we're going to talk about real soon. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We'll be out of the door, and I will see you next video.